Jeffman316, your pop culture reporter, invites you on this hunt. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
That's right. What are we waiting for? Let's get this hunt started, and we're going to start it in Walmart. So we're going to sneak up on the movies. I'm not expecting any new releases this week, but we're going to look to see what they have anyway. Hey, it looks like they sold some stuff, so you can't get the 4K here of Welcome to Derry, but there's the Blu-ray, $34.96. Oh, wait a minute, there's the 4K. So they sold out of the DVDs. I Can Only Imagine 2. You got Solo Mio on DVD and Send Help. Goat, I never picked that up. Mercy, Primate, Wuthering Heights. Did anybody see that? Is it any good? I'm just not paying these steep prices for blind buys anymore. Not $30. So Shelter's got a Blu-ray and DVD. Marty Supreme, only on Blu-ray in here for $30. Got Anaconda down there. Strangers. So they've sold quite a bit of media in here. So let's get around the corner. What do they got over here? Still got the Top Gun 40th anniversary for $27.96. Sold out of pretty much everything else. We've got a Deer Hunter up there. And Good Boy. Damn, they sold quite a bit of stuff in here. That's good. Physical media selling at my local Walmart.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
Grimm, that's actually on Blu-ray. $60, the complete collection. It's nice to see it on Blu-ray, and at least it's in a hard case so the spider wrap won't destroy it. Lois and Clark's only on DVD though. Young Sheldon. Not much over here. We'll give it a quick glance. House. The Last of Us is marked down to 32. Oh well, what's over on this section? Hey, wait a minute. They moved the collections up here. TV series, and stuff like Chosen. I don't really see a whole lot. That John Wick fine film collection. It's on DVD, but it Legally Blonde, got Robot Chicken. Up here they got Dracula still 17 and 13 for Blu-ray and DVD, and then they got World Breaker. Never really heard of that. $12.96. A lot of DVDs over here. SpongeBob. Not too much else. There's a wide shot. So down here, they've shortened it. They've moved everything around. So there's a wide shot of some of the stuff, that was new releases that got dropped back here, like Weapons and Sinners and stuff like that. Then they got some of the TV collections, and they expanded the collectibles. Wait a minute. This was the NECA stuff that used to be on the other side. They got UFC figures. Did you guys see that stupid ass Gina Carano Ronda Rousey fight that lasted 17 seconds? What a money grab. Those figures look like shit, by the way.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Thundercats. These look a little better. Lion-O. Is that the only two they got? What's down here? What's going to be here? Hey, shit, there's that Terrifier 3 Santa figure. So they are going to get it in here. Almost $40 damn though. Wow. Yeah, fuck you, Art the Clown. You and your high prices. Got some Star Wars pops. What else they got? Damn, that's a cool one from Silent Hill. So what did they do over here? This is where that stuff used to be. They put televisions over here. Damn. So they've shortened the physical media by one section. What's over here? So they still got these covers. That John Wayne one I don't recognize. But they have all the rest of them that I remember. I think this Walmart just didn't have them all here. Jaws, the greatest movie ever down there. Their $5 bin is now a $5 rack. It's like an end cap. You got Barbie, a 3-movie Smurf collection, Running Man, still the only Blu-ray, Rich for Richer or Poorer, Bandit, Pearl. Not seeing anything on the side here. And so what else do they got up here? So they got vinyl here. And they moved some of the vinyl over here. Look at that Snoop Dogg. I remember listening to that when it first came out. And then they still got this section here that nobody's buying anything of because it's all DVD. That was a very uneventful trip to Walmart. Let's get into this Wet and Wild Target. So up here in the front, I thought this was kind of cool. They got this little popcorn stand. You could look, it lights up. That's pretty neat. I like that. I could put that in the background of my backdrop of my live or whatever. Oh, look at these damn things. A hot dog, a damn thing of French fries. What's with the chicken in there?
The boobs with it.
That's like a...
How much are they?
That's like a firecracker.
They give it 3. I love the fries.
You don't want the
No,
ketchup?
I want the fries. Let me get the bag.
What about mustard? My wife will look at and buy anything. They got this Pokemon section back here now. A lot of pops, figures. What are those? Oh, I thought it might be a special or something. I'm not interested in Pokemon. I thought I would show it. They keep changing this section out. And they keep making this section smaller and smaller back here. The NECA section. That Transformers helmet is kind of cool. Not seeing a whole lot. Super Grover. That's from the NECA Holothon stuff. That Warcraft is way too expensive. Fugglers, Pops. Got a Bob Ross plush up there. Got a Friday the 13th knocker.
What knockers? Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Got a lot of these minis that nobody wants. Nobody's buying this shit. Clear it out. Got that Mickey Mouse up there. Oh well. And then they got adult like coloring books and activity books where the NECA stuff used to be. So not too much in this section. Let's get out of this part. Got an end cap Lego editions. Is anybody paying $80 for like FIFA Legos? That's outrageous fortune. Star Wars stuff. Obviously, the new movie's getting ready to come out. You guys interested to see it? Put in the comments down below. I think I do want to see it. My wife loves Grogu, so we'll probably go see it for that. Anything on sale that catches my eye, I'll let you know. Let me see what they got here. So we got Stone Cold up here. That's kind of cool. Then we got a Mr. Fuji, Damian Priest, another Stone Cold. We got LA Knight from the Rumble series. I don't remember seeing that in stores. I would like that Punk though. We got a John Cena. Got a CM Punk Series 124. That's kind of cool. Got the Motor City Machine Guns in there, and they're already been released. Got the Bray Wyatt Ultimate. Got a Cody Rhodes. Got another Stone Cold. Dominic Mysterio. That's a pretty weak wave there. They got the Final Boss Rock. Got that John Cena there. Got some 2-packs. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Wait a minute. That Chelsea, I like the looks of that one. Do they have that one? Yeah, they do. Let me see that one. Come to Papa. Got Chelsea Green and Cactus Jack. I like the looks of that. With the women's U.S. title. I might have to pick that up. Nothing else in that section. Over here they got more John Cena. Look at the damn shirt about twisted all to hell in there. The last time is now. Dude, John Cena figures are selling for outrageous fortune. I sold several on my eBay store. Check the link down below. Making a lot of money selling John Cena stuff right now. They got the Mecha Neck. These are the smaller figures. They're only $10. If I was going to buy any, it'd probably be those. Look at Skeletor is one of the figures. Tila. And then these are the larger scale figures here. He-Man. And don't see too much else. Those Superman figures need to be like $2 like it was at one time at Walmart. Oh shit, look at there. There's the villain. One of the villains from the Supergirl movie. So they might have had that wave. Do you see any other ones laying around? I didn't see any. Oh well. Nothing on the end cap other than this Masters of the Universe. Those are kind of cool. Alright, so haven't seen a lot today. So let's go into Barnes & Noble and see if we can find anything. What is that? Some about free book. Either way, let's get this door open. Let's go. Alright, so let's see what we can find here. They got some Odyssey stuff up here. Well, you know, it's basically because of that movie coming out. So those pins are cool. You remember that owl from Clash of the Titans? That was one of the funny parts of that movie. So let's go over here. Go look, got a Fight Club book. I'm not cutting them. We'll just do a lot of walking, and you guys can follow along. There's a Peanuts book. This is the bargain book section. I've often looked here. Got drawing stuff. I like that horror movie book that we just saw in the Ghostbusters book. What else we got? I know Lionsgate stuff's supposed to be 50% off, and so is Vinegar Syndrome. My store doesn't have anything Vinegar Syndrome in it, so. Are these Lionsgate? Where's the Lionsgate sale shit? That Confess Fletch is only 50%. It's 50% off. No, they didn't put anything on this end cap. Shit. They didn't really move anything over here. Well, shit, man. They don't have anything in here. Got that cool Pale Rider slipcover still and Amadeus. Lost in Space. Wicked. That Crow down there. Pulp Fiction. That's one of the best slipcovers, man. That black and white. Got the Crow, 30% off. All the President's Men. Dogma down there. Not much new on this end cap. They still got that Pusher trilogy there. That's a good deal. Long legs at the bottom. What's over here? Got a Criterion. Yep, I got excited last week about that. Five Nights at Freddy's, Creep Show, all the stuff we've seen before. Throw Mama from the Train, Catch Me If You Can. Road Trip. Which is better, Road Trip or Euro Trip? I asked it before, I'll ask it again. I like Euro Trip.
Oh! Scusi.
There's a Vinegar Syndrome title, The Nesting. I wonder if that's 50% off. Oh well. Over here in this section, we're just going to give it a quick once over in the DVDs. There was actually a girl over here looking for movies. So if you see hear the alarm going off, it's somebody down at the other end. It wouldn't be me because I'm not near the sensor. That's a good deal for 50% off. How much is their Deer Hunter? Way cheaper in Walmart. Encino Man, $8. When are we going to get a Blu-ray of that? Probably never. I didn't know what that was at first. I've never really seen that. I like that outer cover though. Maybe we'll find a buried treasure. Fight Club, I thought they might have the 4K Steelbook. Guess not. Bone Collector's pretty good. Begonia, that's a nice slipcover there. 40% off is a good deal. Yeah, you hear that alarm? The Fugitive. That Friday the 13th needs to be in the Arrow section. Alright, they moved, so the girl did, so I'm going to move down to the other end. Clueless. Chinatown isn't on sale anymore. It's got a nice slipcover, though. Christie. Citizen Kane, a very overrated movie, if you ask me. Castaway. Somebody, Mid-Level Media was talking about these Fox movies. You might want to get some of those titles. Maybe they're going to be hard to get in the future because they're not going to re-release stuff like My Cousin Vinny. I want to see that Spotlight again. I haven't watched that in a while. What else they got? There's another Arrow title in the wrong section. That was me setting off the alarm this time. Damn, man. It's pretty dry. We ain't found shit.
Found anything yet? We ain't found shit.
Speaking of that, are you guys excited for Spaceballs 2? There's Let It Ride. I'm the one that put that up there at the top. That is a very underrated movie. I'm going to put it over here where people can see it. All right, it'll be a test. Let's see when I go back in there next week if it's leaving Las Vegas. Let's see if that Let It Ride is down there at the end on the end cap, but next week when they stock. I think it's going to be down there. There's some more BBC. I love those documentaries. See the sensor in the floor over there? I'll try to avoid it. I know it's probably irritating to you because it is to me. True Romance doesn't belong over here. There's the Blu-ray. You know, some of these Arrow titles, I might move over to the other section. To Kill a Mockingbird. It's got that damn spider wrap now. I'll never better get it back in the hole. Top Gun, too expensive, cheaper in Walmart. Wait a minute. That isn't that bad of a price. 30% off. Be like $10 off. So that would be cheaper than Walmart. So randomly, Barnes & Noble does have stuff for a decent price.
Holy shit.
So over here, there's your A24 stuff. And here's some Arrow stuff starting. There's Inner Space. Highly anticipated release. There's that new Spike Lee movie. And here's a bunch of Arrow stuff. Got Blue Thunder, Soldier, The Eye, Westworld up there. Nice. Let's go ahead and look here. I haven't watched this movie here, America Yakuza. Is that any good? American Yakuza. What else they got? Red Sonja, The Mask. So they get a good mix of the Arrow stuff in this store, even though they don't have a lot of other stuff. So there's True Romance right there. There's the 4K. 30% off. And they had the Blu-ray over there. So I'm putting both of them up on the shelf there together. A little quick glance at the anime. Here's some family stuff. I know they had that in Walmart. Somebody setting the alarm off over there. Or is there one over here? There's Cinderella. They don't get all the Disney 4Ks in here. It's random. Solo Mio, that's still there where I put it. Why is that over here? Twin Peaks. I guarantee you that's not 50% off. But they'd have to honor it. I went into Walmart and bought a clearance pair of shorts that had $1 on it and it rung up for like $5. And the woman said, I have to give it to you for what it says. So they gave it to me for the $1. So would they do that in Barnes & Noble? I would think they'd have to, right?
Yeah.
They'd have to honor whatever price is on it. The Last Rodeo. This isn't my last rodeo. Look, they got some Pops over here. I thought that was cool. I'm not big into Pops anymore, but they got some Toy Story ones that are nice looking. Few other ones here, not too much. That's weird. Let's get out of here. Hey, over here before I was leaving the magazine section, look, Rue Morgue, they got a big article about Obsession. Check out my out of theater reaction. That movie was fucking awesome. Horror is highly represented over here in the magazine section. Got Frankenstein. There's Young Frankenstein on there. Look, they got a whole book about the mummy. Well, no, that's the new Fangoria. That's about the mummies on the front cover. You got a Stranger Things. Got Heavy Metal. A Frankenstein magazine. Shudder. All kinds. So that one Walmart was a bust. I'm going to go into one more because this is when we were out going to the movie. So let's see what we can find at this Walmart. What are we waiting for? Let's go. In the clearance section is in the front of this store. They do have some Star Wars figures. $16. I don't want it, but that's at least in line with what the price should have been. Anything else up here? They got a Avengers Marvel figure. Glowing Mineral Dig. Star Wars. No thank you. Do have the Bart figure clearanced. Green Lantern. Look at this. They got this Super Mario Brothers figure that was regular $32 is $20. That's still too expensive. Obviously, they got this Mandalorian display. Not too much over here, but I did see this figure here on the end cap. It's a little expensive, but I like it. And then they got some we've already seen in other stores. So let's get on down to the other section. Here's the other Star Wars section. They do have quite a few Star Wars figures in this Walmart that they don't have in the other one, but they're too expensive. Nobody's paying $20 for them damn 3 3/4, or even like those. That's $40 damn.
That's too fucking high!
No way. Pretty empty barren over here. They do have a few Marvel figures there. Nothing good though. And then in this section, the wrestling section, we got a lot of Punks and a lot of Roman Reigns. Who in the hell is going to buy all those? Those will be clearance before you know it.
Acknowledge me.
A lot of plush. Undertaker plush. Stone Cold plush. Got this random Lobo Space Hog over here with no Lobo figures, no other ones. They do have this Masters of the Universe Chronicles Trap Jaw. Then they got the small figures this wave with Skeletor, the Skell Knight. Those are cool. They don't have the first series, but either way. Got more Trap Jaw down here. Got some Joes. WWE's pretty bare other than a lot of Romans and a lot of Punks. Nothing to see here. In the movie section, what's back here? Welcome to Derry, the Blu-ray. I'll help them stock the shelf. That's the DVD. Maybe I'll fill it in right here. They got the 4K for $40. There's that Bambi the Reckoning. About the same stuff as the other Walmart. Look, they got a planogram. Anything good going to be on here? Let's look ahead and see what they're going to get. It's hard to read it, but either way. You saw a sneak preview of what the next section is going to look like. They got pretty much everything in here, though. They got a nice, even got Marty Supreme on Blu-ray and 4K. Over here, they got Deer Hunter. Then they got the Came from Outer Space, Little Nicky. They do have another end cap planogram over here. Now this one has got, look, it's got the Mandalorian seasons on there. They got some new steelbooks coming. They're going to get the Conan one. Pretty neat. Looks like they're going to get all the new steelbooks that are coming out next week. I might have to check that out. But over here, so you can actually see, they got VHS Halloween. That's not the right price. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Good Boy. This Walmart has a lot of physical media. Lucifer. Up there on the TV stuff. $1.99. That can't be right for that. Randomly got the Strangers over here. Got Wings. Full House 45. Drew Carey Show. Another planogram. New release thing. Anything on that? You guys are getting first-hand knowledge. Got Alpha there for $35. That's a good deal. Emergency. They just got random shows up in here, man. Holy shit. They got papers everywhere. Friends, Monk, Nashville, Supergirl, Last of Us. There's that Grimm, Lucille Ball's. Batman Beyond is down to 20. The Last of Us is down to 32. Then over here, there's that VHS Halloween's $12. That's the right price. Got Dracula. Anything new coming over here? It's nice that all those new steelbooks are going to be out over there. They had Speed Racer on there too. I forgot to say that. I don't think I'm going to buy that Conan, man. I got that Arrow set. I don't think I need a steelbook of that. We've got Wishmaster up in here for $25. A lot of collections. This Walmart is stacked with physical media, man. $25 for the Airwolf. I know a lot of it's DVD, but still, it is the #1 seller. Damn, man. Lots and lots of TV series, multi-movie sets. Got another section over here, collections. There's the Chucky TV series, $32. John Wick. And another section. Kids and family. That's Sinners and Final Destination is not kids and family. Come on now. It's random. Got a couple things in there. I think then they got value movies, some $5. Their $5 section is here. Pretty decent selection. Cloverfield. Then they actually got a $5 bin. It's weird. Jumanji's in here. Sisu. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. A John Wick. Ghost Ship, one of the coolest openings in movie history. Infinite, not so cool movie. Scream 2 film collection. Smile 2 is good. Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, the Reacher movies. Legally Blonde. Killer's Game. Damn, a double feature of Tom and Jerry. That's kind of cool. What else they got? Amadeus, Tenacious D. Damn, it's a lot of good movies in here. If you want to start a collection quick, just DVD. Lots of choices. I'm throwing them around like crazy. Oh well, let's get out of this section before I actually find something. Look over here on their collectibles or whatever. They got this cool Sonic 2 diorama. It's like the old cartridge. I like that. Now, if they had the Altered Beast one, I'd get it. I used to love Altered Beast. Look, I got a Ghostface mini mystery figure here. If I could get the one with the popcorn there and the 3D glasses, I'd fucking get it. You got one, obviously, that's a mystery. That's probably the one worth anything, but either way. The Nun. Juggernaut. Still don't see that Terrifier 3 figure. That's what I'm looking for. If anybody gets one and is willing to sell me one or donate it to the channel, I won't say no. But I think that's about it. So let's look online and see what else we can find that came out this week.
We'll return after these messages.
So hey, what's going on, everybody? We're going to look online. This would have been the releases that came out May 12th. Obviously, the main one that everybody wants is that first one there, Fight Club 4K. I've got some thoughts on that. I might do a separate video of that. We'll see. But another Brad Pitt movie gets a 4K release. Jonah Hill, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Brad Pitt, and Moneyball. That's a pretty good movie, but I don't think I really need to upgrade that in 4K. You get the general release of Motel Hell 4K. I think that was Walmart exclusive there for a small window. We get Bridesmaids 4K, 10 to Midnight 4K, a very underrated Charles Bronson movie that I highly recommend. We get Scarlet Warning 666. Really no clue what that is. Bend of the River. We get some, I don't even know what company's releasing this. CinemaScope. The Angry River, the Himalayan, the Invincible 8. I'm not familiar with those titles. You get George Stevens, A Filmmaker Journey from Warner Archive. Another Charles Bronson movie. This one right here I've never seen. Rider on the Rain in 4K. Twinless, Girls 4K. That looks very interesting to me. I might think about getting that one. A Kiss Before Dying with Matt Dillon and Sean Young. Mystics in Bali. Get some Ultraman. The Delta gets a Criterion release. Peter Who Jars Day. No clue what that is. Queen of the Black Magic. I like the cover of that one. We get some Visual Vengeance release of Born a Ninja, Commando the Ninja. So I guess it's a double feature there. The Legend of Hai-He, whatever 2. It's some anime. I'm not pronouncing that next one. I don't know what that is anyway. Cradle of Fear. Island of the Doomed. That one's kind of cool looking. Some Poverty Row classics, the East Side Kids. A Richard Pryor movie called Adios Amigo. Not familiar with that at all. Put in the comments down below if you know about that. I guess we got some Soul to Soul, some Spanish titles. Look, Make Them Die Sleazy. Holy shit, is that like an blaxploitation version of I Spit on Your Grave? Not familiar with the rest of this here. So yeah, the screaming at the end there is another Visual Vengeance title. I like that cover. So definitely not a lot coming out this week if you haven't bought much. This will be a week to catch up on some titles. But I'm assuming everybody's going to get Fight Club. Put it in the comments down below what else you're going to pick up. And otherwise, let us go ahead and let's close out this video. So what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. It even has my name on the sign. But the sign says JeffMan316 Live. What is that? That's where you and I join up right here. Usually Sunday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, talk about physical media, wrestling, anything you guys want to really talk about, as long as you keep it respectful. And this video is obviously about pop culture hunting. Look for some action figures, look for some movies, look for anything we can to have some fun out there in the stores. I know physical media, doesn't come out every week as far as new releases, but it's still fun to go out and look in the store. I just went to a movie as well, watch my little short where I talk about whether I like the movie Obsession or not. And I'll just go ahead and give you a hint. Yeah. Pretty cool. So check out that short and you can hear my thoughts on the movie the day that I actually went to see it. So got a couple of videos coming up on the channel. I've got a surprise movie hunt that I'm going to post probably maybe somewhere close to Memorial Day. It might not be expecting where I'm going to go. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to actually go and show you something different. But I've got a Valoria video unboxing that I'm going to do. I just did one and I've got a video related to that and I'm going to drop about the types of movies that I've got in that last Valoria video, at least one of them. unboxing. So watch for that. Then watch for a new unboxing where I talk about some movies that I bought because I got help from you guys once again. Use the affiliate link to Valoria Video down below. Great new online retailer. Always go there if you can't find stuff at some of the other places at least. But start there, man. Support anyway me by supporting that site because I get a little bit of the action there. But it all gets invested back in the channel. So I really do appreciate when you guys use it. Like I said, use the affiliate link. And when you go purchase, if you've never purchased before, put the code JEVMAN316 in when you check out. It's going to get you 10% off your first purchase. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up on the channel. So hopefully you guys will join me on this pop culture adventure that is my channel. So please support me any way you can. Like all the videos, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all the normal YouTube stuff. If you are a subscriber, you roll, but make sure you hit that notification bell because you need to know when I post new videos or unboxings or reactions or anything else. So I really appreciate it. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JevMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Thank you, God!